U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo branded North Korea's leader a tyrant, but when pressed, stopped short of using that same label for Egypt's hardline president.
There's a difference among of leaders. You might call them tyrant, you might call them authoritarian, but there's a fundamental difference, and therefore a fundamental difference in the way the United States should respond.
There you have it. Dictators worldwide. Now is a good time to order someone to take notes. It isn't about how many innocents you kill, how repressive you are, or how much you steal, you'll be relieved to hear. No. It's all about how many favors you do for America.
It's a great honor to have the Crown Prince with us. Saudi Arabia has been a very great friend and a big purchaser of equipment and lots of other things, and one of the biggest investments in the United States is I guess it's your big investment, is buying stock in companies and various other things in the United States and creating jobs.
An honor to be in the world's beheading capital, arguably the most misogynistic nation on earth, led by kings no one elects, a nation mired in alleged war crimes and atrocities in neighboring Yemen. All forgiven if you buy enough American guns. Contrast Saudi Arabia with Cuba, for example. A whole lot less sexism, murder, war, but also not enough trade deals with the US. Verdict: tyrants.
For decades, Cuba has tried to create client states across our region. While normal countries export goods, Cuba exports tyranny and strong-arm tactics.
It's the same story for every government foolish enough to ignore America's interests. Those who would otherwise be called strong leaders become tyrants.
Nicolas Maduro is a dictator with no legitimate claim to power.
Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime.
The level of corruption and wealth among Iranian leaders shows that Iran is run by something that resembles the mafia more than a government.
Here's another friend, the United Arab Emirates, ruled by monarchs with the opposition kept on the verge of extinction, thanks to a local phenomenon where activists tend to magically disappear, says Human Rights Watch. The UAE is a good friend of America.
The UAE is only one of 3 countries and the only Arab nation to participate with the U.S. in 6 coalition actions over the last 20 years: Afghanistan, Libya, Somalia, Bosnia, Kosovo, the 1990 Gulf War, and the fight against ISIS.
Rwanda, another pal, ruled by Paul Kagame for 20 years now. An experienced, talented dictator under whom, says HRW, many opposition figures have gotten themselves killed, incarcerated, exiled, or tortured. Very effective at shutting people up.
Mr. President, to you and to you, Mr. Vice President, you have shown great vision in your efforts to create a single nation in which all citizens can live freely and securely.
The thing with American interests is that they're American interests. America benefits, and the other guy, well, at least he doesn't get labeled as a tyrant and gets a pass on all the dictatorish things he wants to do. Ask the people of Zaire, where the US propped up a brutal murderer, Mobutu Sese Seko, who was in power for more than 30 years.
As your friend, I must speak frankly.